Singapore Airlines and Scoot have joined Turbulence Aware, a network for quicker sharing of turbulence encounters among the members. SIA says this enables pilots to plan flight paths to avoid these rough weather areas. Now, in May this year, the national carrier's Flight 321 encountered severe turbulence over Myanmar, resulting in a passenger fatality. There are currently over 25 airlines sharing data in Turbulence Aware, which is managed by the International Air Transport Association. Industry watchers say that the network gives pilots and dispatchers more time to avoid turbulence, thereby saving fuel costs in the process. It can also give early warning of clear air turbulence, the type encountered by SQ321, which cannot be detected by radar.
Turbulence Aware has strong take-up rates in markets like the Middle East, Europe, and the US. But Southeast Asia is one of the biggest gaps in getting this kind of data. So SI Group participation is important for the industry, is that it fills in some of these gaps and now provides data for all airlines operating wherever SIA flies to.
And for more analysis, we're joined by Phil Seymour, President of Aviation Data and Analytics Company IBA. Mr. Seymour, thank you so much for joining us. My first question to you would be on the significance of SIA and Scoot joining the network now. What does it mean for the industry?
Well, I think we need to put it into the context of obviously IATA, International Air Transport Association. You mentioned about 25 airlines joining the Turbulence Aware scheme. There's actually 300 airlines in the IATA association. So it's important, I think, that as many of those airlines actually join. So it's a step in the right direction to see Singapore and Scoot joining. Also, British Airways and Asiana joined this week. So it's getting some momentum. But I really think there needs to be a move forward on this.
Well, it's been 5 months since SQ321 severe turbulence incident, and we understand that Turbulence Aware platform has been around since 2018. Why do you think there was a delay in Singapore Airlines and Scoot joining this network?
There are other sort of forms of software and notification schemes available. Some of the information providers to airlines do have other schemes where pilots can speak to each other directly, or there could be a network of, what would you call it, even like iPads and accelerometers on the aircraft can communicate. So there are other schemes. I think it's important, though, that the IATA platform has as much take-up as possible, because ultimately we need some standardization in the industry. We don't need any delays. Clear air turbulence, as you mentioned, is unpredictable. So it's not, although it is associated with weather patterns, it's very difficult to predict. So it really needs that real-time communication between the pilots, the airlines, and the ground controllers to really grab hold of the situation more proactively, in my view.
With SIA and Scoot part of this group now, how will their membership help to contribute to safer skies?
Well, I'd like to think when you consider that those airlines are in other alliances, such as Star Alliance and One World, these airline groups are very important, very powerful. So I think with an airline like SIA joining the scheme and of course Scoot, I think it should only add to the other operators saying, that it's about time they joined the scheme.
Earlier, Mr. Seymour, you said that Turbulence Aware is gaining momentum, but these carriers, they only represent a small fraction of planes worldwide reporting turbulence data. What do you think needs to be done to bridge the gap in turbulence information?
I mentioned about that real-time awareness. If you consider the technology that's available to us these days, I mean, a lot of us wear watches that can monitor, they've got little accelerometers in. So if you consider that the technology that's on aircraft should be more rapidly communicated between airlines. And I think there are different platforms available. when you consider that IATA is only, let's say, 300 airlines out of maybe 1,200 airlines in the world, and then you add in all of the business operators that are out there, the business jets, there isn't really what I would call a common aviation platform. IATA are doing their thing, but I actually think it needs to be broader than IATA.
All right. Thank you so much for those insights, Mr. Seymour. That was Phil Seymour, president of IBA.